Rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio, Public Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 136. Coming soon. Yo. Whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I recently finished X-Men 97. It is exclusively only on Disney Plus. It is a sequel series to X-Men, the animated series, the 5-season cartoon of the 90s. Not gonna hold you, I did not look up a cast for this. Just know that every voice in this show sounds identical, for the most part, to the original show. It's basically the Fallout, the X-Men, Xavier's school for gifted youngsters, dealing with the aftermath of the original series. It's a sequel series. It picks up where the original show ended. I don't want to go into no heavy specifics. For any 90s kid, this is a must watch. For any Marvel fan, like, this is a must watch. This is arguably the best thing that Marvel Studios has put on Disney Plus. It still has epic action. It's still drama heavy. It's X-Men. The themes are always relatable. It's a 30-year advancement in animation, so of course it's a sharper, sleeker, cleaner animation, but it's not like Disney or like Kevin Feige tried to move in and was like, nah, like, make it look like What If, make it look like Moana, make it look like Inside Out. No, like they kept it authentic to the look of the original show, and like that's so fire. There's so many cool Easter eggs. There's so many cool references. There's so many badass quotables. There are subplots for specific characters. Everything comes back around toward the end of the season. It just all works. And like, while I could go like 15 minutes talking about how cool this is, I don't want to spoil anything. It's 10 episodes. There's one episode that I didn't particularly love, and that's where the questionable rating could come in. If you have a problem with how I rate the show, I don't think I've given anything on Disney Plus a 5. So you can hold that. But I don't remember every rating either. Like, I could be putting my foot in my mouth on live YouTube, on uploaded YouTube, whatever. You know what I mean. With all that being said, I will say that in my opinion, X-Men 97 is almost dope as fuck. Like I said, if you grew up on this show, this was after Batman the Animated Series, this was the best animation period in the 90s. I'm giving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the 80s. There was some inconsistency in that show. Like, I love the Ninja Turtles, but they're like 5. I would go Batman, X-Men, probably Spider-Man, Superman, then Turtles. Darkwing Duck is in there. I know a lot of y'all like Gargoyles. I never got into Gargoyles. But then, I don't know, yeah, the 90s just had so much good animation. I'm only putting Batman the Animated Series over X-Men the Animated Series. X-Men was that great. And this elevates all that. Like, I've seen social media complaining that Wolverine got sidelined or became useless. Wolverine's been the most popular X-Men character in the last 24 years. Like, he can, and he's in another movie this year. Like, he can sit on the sidelines for these 10 episodes. Cyclops gets vindicated. That's kind of the huge takeaway from this show. But yeah, I have a review for Furiosa, a Mad Max saga coming. A review for the Garfield movie coming. I recently watched and reviewed The Strangers, Chapter 1, and If. Nothing next weekend. The weekend after, I'll watch and review Bad Boys, Ride or Die. June already. We're going to do, just like we did Planet of the Apes spoilers last episode, Rec League Podcast, this episode, Furiosa spoilers. Check that out. Might be the last episode for a while. So like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.